Yo, what is up, guys? This is Ren and he said back from another video. I hope you're doing well and eating muffins. Guys, first of all, I'm just gonna apologize for the lack and inconsistency of videos that we have on the channel right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna give no excuses. I was just being lazy, but mainly I was also streaming on Twitch. So if you haven't also followed the Twitch, make sure you follow. I think we just hit 2K over on Twitch, so we're growing the community, you know, at a very good pace. But today I have a returning video that I try to do every single year, and that is the D'Angelo Russell build. As you can see, this build is completely maxed out, 99 overall, you know, GOAT status, all of that stuff. And also I'm gonna show you in a second, it has max badges, and that is courtesy of NBA 2K. So thank you to you, as you know, they maxed out the build. So we go over and look at the badges. It's 17 finishing, 23 shooting, 25 playmaking, and 16 defense. And this is what the attributes look like. So as you can see by looking at this, it looks like a pretty mid build. Like, it doesn't look anything too crazy. It's got 80 driving dunk, 82 3-pointer, a 90 ball handle, 87 pass accuracy, which is kind of the main point of the build. We got some defense, and then the physicals are quite nice, not going to lie to you. So when making this build, I did base it off of the real D'Angelo Russell build that is in the game within the, you know, the roster of the, you know, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I based it off that build, and it came out as one of the shades of this build. As you know, when you make a build, it comes out with, you know, shades of. The first shade of this build was D'Angelo Russell. So this build is very, very similar to how the build would be in the real game. When using this build today, I'm going to be using limitless range takeover, ratings boost, and also I have my accelerator perk, meaning that we're going to get takeover way faster than anyone else who doesn't have it on. Today, these are going to be the animations that I'm going to use. I'll get into the jump shot in a second, but as far as layup, we got like circles, dunk style. Again, that's kind of just some basic dunks, so that's like quick drops and tomahawk dunks. So that's nothing too crazy. We got Trae Young dribble pull up, spin jumper Allen Iverson, hop jumper Kyle Lowry, and then these are my dribble animations. And as you can see over in the park shot celebration, we have ice in the veins. So also, you know, I'll show you the jump shot while we're here. It's called Ice in My Veins, so we'll just take a look. Low jump shot, it's LaMelo Ball, and then D'Angelo Russell. So I am using a D'Angelo Russell type of jump shot today, but as you can see, also I've got this fit. I tried to do the face scan as much possible, you know, to make him look like D'Angelo Russell, but the fit I feel like is pretty valid. You know, we got the you know, green and blue with the white as well, and obviously, you know, we got the nice little lamellos to go with the fit as well. But let's just get into it, and I hope you enjoy this video. And if you do, please like and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We got like a month, so we're still trying, we're still pushing. All right, guys, let's just get into the game. Let's go. Okay, guys, as you can see, now we're looking at a bit of gameplay. Throughout this whole recording, I probably played a couple threes games, but I played a lot of twos games as well, so shout out to the guys that helped me. But obviously I was trying to throw some passes. Obviously we got some lobs here, boom to Javon. We was also throwing some off balls to Waffle, and I was also taking up some cool layups myself. Layups are probably the best thing about this build. It does have an 84 driving layup, so you know, it's very, very fun. And obviously it only has an 82 3-pointer, so right there, as you can see, from the range that I was shooting with this build is kind of insane. Yeah, so I was able to kind of do everything with this build. I wasn't really struggling with anything. You know, I was playing well on defense because with the lineup we was running with Waffle, and especially on the 2v2, I definitely had to guard ball and, like, you know, play as a lockdown most of the time. But as you can see, look at that crazy layup I just made. But yeah, I was never really struggling with anything with this build. So if you guys do plan on making this, I wouldn't really worry about struggling with anything. You know, you're very, very dominant at, you know, finishing around the rim, as you can see by the crazy layups I'm taking. And obviously I'm able to grab rebounds over centers. And obviously, you don't really struggle anywhere. 3-point shooting, if you know your jump shot, which I learned this jump shot, it was a very, very slow jump shot because it's D'Angelo Russell releases. But once you learn it, you'll be completely fine. But yeah, obviously the playmaking, I already said, the playmaking is the best part about this build. That's probably the reason why a lot of people are going to make this build, and that's, you know, my main focus of when recording this video today. I tried to throw as many cool passes, but also trying to show off its offensive side as well. But yeah, just a few facts about D'Angelo Russell if you guys don't know who he is. So he's currently playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves, as you can tell by his jersey. But in his past, he was drafted as the 2nd overall pick. If you guys didn't know that, he was drafted 2nd overall pick in 2015 to the Los Angeles Lakers, before shortly leaving and going to the Brooklyn Nets, where he actually made, you know, a name for himself in the Brooklyn Nets. That's where a lot of people know him from. After then, he went to the Warriors, where, let's just say, his stay in the Warriors was very, very short. And then soon after, he came over to the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he's currently been at for 3 years now, I believe. And he's, you know, he's doing well. He's doing well this season. He's in the last 10 games especially, he's averaged 15 points and 8 assists, which, you know, for a point guard that, you know, he does get benched a lot. Like, he's not on the court as much as like as many other PGs from other teams. You know, he's doing his thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, he's also 26 years old, so meaning, you know, if he was drafted in 2015, he's been in the league for 7 years, which, you know, it's quite a long time. 7 years is quite a long time. Obviously he's not one of the most known NBA players, but for me he's my favorite. I love watching him. I love his style. I love just the way he plays. Even playing with his build, you know, it's very, very fun. The way he, you know, flashy around the rim, flashy in the mid-range, these hop shots as you're seeing, crazy. I feel like me with this build, I perfected him as, like, you know, as a player. Like, I feel like I wouldn't have made this build any other way. Obviously the weight, the height, all that stuff is the exact same. You know, as I said, I copied that from the roster. Same with the stats. I copied most of it from the roster, but obviously had to change some of it. But like right there, you know, who says, you know, this year everyone's playing on these 6'9s, this 6'4", I'm telling you, I was having just fun. Even just recording this, I wasn't even talking to my teammates while playing. I was just, you know, cooling, vibing, just trying to have as much fun as possible. And I was like, the crazy finishes, the bailouts, you know, even the dunks that I was getting, it's just a lot of fun. So I would definitely recommend making this build. But obviously I didn't max this build myself, as I already said. Shout out to 2K, they did max this build for me due to the fact that I have a logo, and they give all logo recipients one free max build. So obviously much appreciated to them for maxing this out. This was super fun. Once, like, you know, I had to learn the SIGs, I had to learn the jump shot, but once I got that stuff down, just look at the way I'm playing. Bailout Dr. Andy green bean, you already know what color that is. But yeah, like, even like the finishing for a build that has not high stats, you know, he's only got 80 driving dunk, 82 3-pointer, he's got 84 layup. As you can see, he's making crazy layups. But this build was definitely a lot of fun to play on, and I definitely won't, this definitely won't be the last time that I'm going to be using this build this year. But obviously, yeah, you know, if you guys enjoy this build, I'm gonna, right after this, I'm gonna show you exactly how you can make it step through step. I know I've shown you the attributes, so I'm gonna show you exactly how you can make it, all the options for those takeovers that you get, and just showing you that, you know, it is 100% D'Angelo Russell. You know, the shades, just look at that hop shot, guys. There's no way you're telling me you wouldn't have fun on this build. But I'm gonna let the rest of this gameplay just play out, and let you enjoy the rest of it. But yeah, just remember, at the end of this video I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can make it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the gameplay. All right, guys, so you made it to the end of the video. This is just if you want to know how to make this build. This is obviously the D'Angelo Russell inside out playmaker that is exactly like D'Angelo Russell. So you want to put this at point guard. Hand does not matter, but D'Angelo Russell is left-handed, so I just put it there. And obviously if you want the exact number, he is 0, so you would go down and put 0. Going on, you would then put 6'4", 176 pounds. So I think this is like almost minimum, or it is minimum, so it's just above minimum. And then you're gonna want 6'10" wingspan. Body shape, again, doesn't really matter. I just put slight because I think it looks the best. And this is where we go into the attributes. So you're gonna put a 75 close shot. Next, you're gonna want an 84 driving layup. Next, you're gonna want an 80 driving dunk. Then, just so you can get the shades of, you're going to also want to add 62 post control. I tried it any other way, and you just have to have it, unfortunately. Next, for the shooting, sorry, you're going to want an 82 3-pointer, and then on top of that, you're going to want a 76 mid-range. After that, you want to put your free throw up to 78. And this is where the playmaking comes into it. And as I said, the playmaking is like the best part of this build. You know, it's made to dot, it's made to throw them crazy ass passes. So you want to put that pass accuracy up to an 87, and then your ball handle up to a 90. Also, with builds this year, speed with ball isn't too important, so you're going to put that speed with ball just up to an 81 is fine. Onto defense, you're going to put your interior up to a 31, perimeter defense up to a 79, and then alongside that, you're still up to a 78. After that, you want to put your block to a 50, and then your offensive rebound to a 32. And then your defensive rebound to a 50. Onto the physicals, I'm going to start off with stamina. You're going to put that to a 95. Your vertical you can leave at a 60. And then your strength you're going to put up to a 54. acceleration all the way up to a 90. This is very good for this build, makes it very, very fast. And then after, you just want to put your speed as high as you can, which is an 80. Moving on, as I said already, you have all these takeovers, but I just tend to use limitless range for all of my builds. But if you really want this to be exactly like D'Angelo Russell, you could probably put pull up precision, and then maybe one of the playmaking takeovers, like I already said, because this build is a very good passer, so you'd maybe put team ratings boost. Moving on, as I said, this is shades of D'Angelo Russell. Boom, there it is, number one. That's the most important one. First shade is always the most important. And it's an inside out playmaker. I feel like inside out playmaker is a very, very good way to describe D'Angelo Russell. You know, he's very good with the mid range, he's very good with the drives, obviously passing, shoot. He's an all-around player. So I feel like this name really describes him very well. But yeah, once again, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this build, please like and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It has been your boy Nannies, and peace.